What's going on, guys? Welcome back. More commentary for you today. Do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter. Shutdown Safety is my username. Pleased to be joined by Damon Groh yet again, here to talk about Montana 16. Obviously, with the Game Developers Conference, you guys have had some information to release. So I guess the first thing I want to ask, Damon, what exactly did you guys show to the public? And a lot of people obviously want to know, why were some things not shown, like, some graphics, some screenshots, some actual gameplay?
So if you come to GDC, you can play the game. So we were driving really hardcore. I mean, literally we put in the last 2 days, the team was up for 36 hours. Getting VR to work is extremely difficult, and especially on mobile. I've said before to people that, being able to accomplish 60 frames per second in each eye is really difficult. We were working with new technology. We have great partners in Samsung. They gave us 7s early, and we've been trying to utilize everything on the new Snapdragon 820, the Qualcomm chips, and to make something at 60 frames per second, not many games on mobile can really approach that. So we just did everything possible to get to the show on time, and we were going on at 10 a.m. and we literally stopped working at 9:30 a.m. Like, it was literally that way. So again, we're a small startup. We're not a very large corporation that has social media preps for everything. We wound up being in a very good position to get a very valuable partner. We wanted to show off the first football VR experience, and people are enjoying it. They're at GDC right now enjoying it. It's hard to record video on a feed out because it's just, the way the phone is, you actually have to plug in the VR gear and then it reads out. And if you actually launch it on the thing, it actually just shows in it just doesn't work unless you plug in the Gear VR. So we'll get a video out as soon as possible. It's just what we had to do. We've been in constant meetings, being constantly at the show. GDC is for developers, right? It's really for developers. It's really for getting in there and seeing what the new tech is going to be and stuff. This year is all about VR, and we're really excited about VR. Again, we want to be the first VR experience for football. And it's a training simulation. We call it Montana VRT. It's really cool. It's not the full game, but it's a cool representation of you playing from the quarterback position in a full immersive environment. And you look at the quarterback, you pass to the receiver. We wanted to simulate what it was like on the field. So we did that in a small way, and we're really excited, and people seem to like it. So that's the reason why we did it.
Can you talk a little bit about the reception you've had? I know Joe Montana was there yesterday for a few hours. What did the people that went up and got to play the game, what generally was the feedback you were getting from them about it?
No, it's awesome. I mean, I'd like to say one of the cool things as a game developer, the only thing you're looking for is when people have a smile on their face and they're really enjoying themselves. And we had that multiple times yesterday. Actually, we'll post a video of someone in the Gear VR there, trying to get a touchdown. It's like a 2-minute drill thing. It's really fun. We kind of want to make a game out of it, kind of like a sort of a 2-minute drill drive that Joe was super famous for, obviously. So we just try to simulate that, and people were just having a great time. I mean, it's really cool. There's just, it's the first time someone can be on like a training field. We went kind of like this really cool mirror's edge style. So we simplified the outside. If you play in your Gear VR now, a lot of games, have simplified environments. So we simplified the environment because one of the reasons is when we actually started putting our field, which everybody's seen on video, we start putting those fields and stuff, and your mind really starts getting a little uneasy when there's too many inputs. So if you look at something like Mirror's Edge, which is really made for VR, we had to do a lot of research and just trying to figure all that out. And we realized that, the simple shapes, simple stadium, Joe's textured up, looking good, just like we tried to make it so the mind can actually accept the information a lot faster. And again, when you're in an immersive environment, you really have to be careful that you don't make people sick. So we've spent a lot of time on camera transitions, from the shotgun, from the under center, the drop backs. We had to create world space UI so you could place from world space. We'll show all that stuff off and stuff. So, but the reception has been awesome. Again, experiencing sports on VR, the first ones to really put it out there, and we tried really hard, and I think we accomplished our mission.
So then the game that's being played this weekend, that is indicative of a mini game that you're going to have in the full game, or no?
So it's a training simulation for VR that we want people to experience, and so we haven't decided yet. Literally, we're a startup. We're not, a large corporation, and I hope the public starts to understand that, we're a small team, very dedicated developers, and we're just trying to do our best to make a great game, right? Like, we're not Madden, right? Like, we're not. Like, I hope people don't, I know the public wants a competitor out there and wants all this stuff out there, but, we're a company that just wants to bring the best sports experience, football experience that we can do, and it's within our power. There's a lot of companies out there that are better positioned to have what people really want, some of this big console competitor. It's going to take a lot of time. There's a reason why there hasn't been anything on the market for a very long time. And, I'd like to say, we make decisions really quickly. We say VR is finally here. We found a really fantastic partner in Samsung. I mean, they're giving us the best support. We've got access to the coolest stuff, man, that developers are going to be using, like Vulkan and stuff. I mean, no one's ever seen this stuff before, and it's coming, and we get to work on it, right? Like, we can invest in it, we can work in it, we can bring about new cool stuff, and it's very fun for us. I mean, because we want to be on the edge, right, of what's coming out technology. Playing in a mobile environment in 3D is just insane. At 60 frames per second, it's insane. But we accomplished it, 60 frames in each eye, which is just nuts. So we get to try a lot of new cool stuff. That's what we did. We haven't even decided. We were like, okay, well, VR is a pretty cool part of it. So what if we just launch it on the Oculus Store? Once we perfection stuff up, crush some bugs, get it all perfect so people can play it. And if anyone has a gear, it works on a Note 5. It works on a 6, 6S, the new 7, 7S. So it works pretty darn good. So yeah, we're thinking about putting an Oculus Store. We're not really sure. We get stuff coming at us all the time. People want to do new partnerships. People want to do stuff. So we have to be open to all things. We're not like $1 billion corporation, right? Like, we're just not. Right? Like, we're a startup, and startups get to do cool stuff, and they get to, work with cool partners. And, we're just very lucky. We were on Mobile World Congress with Samsung. They put our logo up there right next to Supercell and King.com. It was a huge honor. And they've been a fantastic partner for us. So we just, want to make sure we put a cool product on the market for them, and that's how it happens. So
obviously you talked about, the benefits there of being a smaller company is you can adapt and respond quickly to things as they change in the environment, and in turn also, to consumers' demand. If anybody hasn't watched the original video you and I did at E3, you talked a lot about the time frame of the game. Is there anything that you can elaborate in terms of where the time frame for Montana 16 is now and maybe that's changed?
Yeah, everyone keeps asking me that, and I've had the same answer. Our window has always been for the next season. And people keep asking, and I'm not sure how more clear, I guess I'm trying to be. I just, our plan is always, our window has always been for the next season. And I want to say it as nice as possible. Like, that's always the plan, right? But again, in, the world and startups and everything else, I mean, things change, like, on a dime, right? So, I hope people don't see us as, again, maybe there was some wrong perception, and rumors are started and all this stuff. I mean, I've got no idea the way the internet reacts. It's quite an amazing thing. And I know there's been a lot of, people really want another option, and that's fantastic. I mean, that's awesome. And it's going to take a long time, guys. It just really is. It's just going to take a long time. And if we can start, I know there's other people trying to do full games. That's awesome. Like, just the start of maybe, people see this new rise, and and could it be us? I hope it is. Could it be somebody else? I hope it is. Maybe some better positioned companies would say it's the right time, and gamers would be able to get what they say that they want, right? The consumers demand pizza. They can play our game, they can enjoy it, and we'd love to have them. If they don't want to play it because it's not what they want, then that's okay too. We're just trying to do the best job we can and create the best experience we can. There's some amazing new technologies coming up, and we want to do that. We'll be the first football game in VR. It's an interesting experience. It's pretty awesome. So our plan is, has always been for the next season. We want to get out and, really try to drive hard to that. The team works an insane amount of hours, and they're really passionate about football. They're just like you guys, right? They're just like everyone. We want, football. We want competition. We want all this stuff. But we're going to compete in an area that's very, very important to the future. We're going to compete in that area. That's where we want to compete. We want to show people a new platform, a new market, a new way of doing things. And it might not be what everybody's used to, but change is hard, right? And I just hope people would sort of, maybe not always compare us to what's dominating the market, right? Like, it's just, that's the way they've always seen football. That's the way they've always done football. And they might not like the VR stuff. And we totally understand. It's a new experience. It's pretty crazy. So we just, hope. I mean, people, I don't know. There's many companies out there that are, positioned to maybe take the shot, right? So there has to be the right time where they haven't taken the shot, right? I mean, it's not, there are companies out there with tons and tons of resources to be able to make a real shot at dominating the market, or at least winning a competitor. And I know this was one once, and again, they can talk to me, and I try to be transparent, but it's like, that's the truth, right? I mean, there's many other people out there that have had football games that have done very well, and they're, chomping at the bit, but when is the right time to enter the market? And hopefully we can start loosening that up a little bit by coming out with new, innovative, games, right? Like new, innovative ways for football to evolve, right? The traditional game to evolve. And if people love it, that's great. If people hate it, that's okay too. Everyone has their opinion and their likes and their dislikes, and we're just trying to do the best job we can.
You'd mentioned before a lot of new gaming companies coming in the market. I certainly want to name any of them by name, but right now, if you're following the football gaming marketplace, there's 3-4 direct competitors that are getting ready to release games. Obviously, you guys have the name, the Cloud of Joe Montana. What can you say gives you the edge on those other competitors that may be a little bit further along in that final product right now?
I mean, I really don't think it's edges and things like that. We're going to create the best product we can. The market decides what they like. That's the way it goes. That's the free market economy, right? Like, it's the way it goes. If they built a great product and, we built a great product, we can all learn from each other. And, I wish nothing but the best. I mean, it's fantastic. There's more competitors coming, right? There's more openness now. It hasn't been really great for the last 10 years, right? So now this new opportunity coming up, there's going to be many other players, many people with a lot of passion. And I just wish them the best of luck. Absolutely. We'll do the best we can, and they'll do the best we can. And that's awesome. Competition is the best. Yeah, we'll compete with each other in the small arena. That's awesome. I mean, why not? I mean, we're all, having to compete with somebody very large, but that's cool too. That's the way it is. The best ideas come out of very small teams. And
that you mentioned, the market is almost flooding now after it's been so stagnant with very few competitors. I guess my final question to you is going to be in relation to when people can see and get their hands on the game. Obviously, this week is still going on at the GDC. Where are you looking at in the future in terms of having the game available to the public, showing it off in a public environment? What steps are you looking at going forward towards having more people interact with this game publicly?
Well, okay, so yeah, if you're at San Francisco, please come by our booth. We're at the Timeframe booth at the South Hall, Moscone Center. We're right to the left. We're next to Microsoft. So you can come try out the game now. It's fantastic. We had some people already from the community that have tried it, and they just, showed it off. So it's probably available for people to check out now at the Samsung booth. We're thinking about, again, things can change, but we're thinking about putting it on the Oculus Store for the Gear VR. So people can get the first taste of it. I'm not really sure the timing. I was hoping, we'd love to polish some things up. So I'd love to get it out. Let's say, I don't want to make an announcement because it could be a couple weeks, could be a month. Anywhere within that time frame. We're thinking about. We haven't really decided. We think it's a good idea. We've talked to our partners. People love for that to happen. We'd love to have a really cool VR experience up there for people. So we'll see. But yeah, we'll get some videos together and stuff. I mean, GDC is crazy. I mean, you've been to E3, right? It's like we're constantly having a man in the booth, constantly doing stuff. I think I did one Periscope, which someone had a really good idea. That was pretty awesome. I might do that again today. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I just have to go work the booth, right? We're developers, so we got to work the booth and try to get people to try out the game and tell us what they like and they don't like and how to improve. And you just got to improve every day, So you just got to keep working at it. So we have a really talented team, and we're just going to keep working. There's not nothing you do until you get to market. So there you go.
All right. Well, listen, Damon, as always, really appreciate your time. Look forward to working together in the future. And anybody that has any comments or questions, leave them down in the description. And the next time I have you on, we'll be sure to get to them.